I'm often asked what draws people to living in Hawaii, and I've been here since 1999. I came out here with a 3-month return trip ticket or round trip ticket, and I never used that back end, and here I am over 2 decades later still living in Hawaii. And so people always ask me, like, what is it about Hawaii? What draws you to Hawaii? Why do you like living here, and why do I stay here? And it's the same thing for me as when I first got here. Nothing has changed. I still have this love for the islands. It's the same reasons that I stayed here in the beginning. In this video, we're gonna go over the 4 reasons that I love living in Hawaii. I'm gonna show you a little bit about what I do, some rituals that I do that help me live here, or the reasons that I like living here. So let's go on this little journey together. So we're packing up the truck. This is my development company's truck, but I also use it on fun little journeys here. It's an older truck that we use, so we beat it up pretty good, especially on projects. But we'll pack things up and we'll head out. It's pre-dawn, so we got really nice sky this morning. But I had a truck when I first moved here to Hawaii. Old little beat up Nissan truck, but I loved it because I could put sand from every beach on the island in there. I didn't care. It was much more relaxed vibe kind of truck, which I loved. So I almost kind of have the same thing with this one. It doesn't have any way for me to hook up my cell phone for music and things, so I just listen to the radio. It's kind of old school for me. I listen to a lot of Pandora and things when I'm driving around in this truck, or when I'm driving around in my other car. So it's more just turn on the radio, listen to what comes on, kind of get in the vibe, kind of get the day going. My life's changed completely since I've moved here back in 1999. I mean, I'm nowhere near the same person that I was back then when I moved here, but my love for the islands is still the same. The reason I'm here is still the same. Nothing's changed in that aspect. When I first moved to Hawaii, I moved to the Big Island in 1999, and I used to get up pre-dawn. I'd drive about 35 minutes in this little beat up truck that I had with my surfboard on the back. And I taught myself how to surf, and I learned how to surf in Hawaii. I'd never done it before. But I used to drive down to this place called Pine Trees in Kona, and I'd get out there in the water. There'd probably be 5 of us right as the sun's coming up. And I used to do that on the Big Island as a way to start my day. And then this is the alternative here on Oahu for a different way for me to start my day. Sometimes it's swimming, sometimes it's paddleboarding, sometimes it's surfing, but it's the idea of getting in the ocean. That ocean just cleanses you, you feel really good, and you feel pretty much bulletproof afterwards. It doesn't matter really what goes on in the day after that, everything's okay. And the first one for me is nature. There's an extreme beauty in the islands. There's a spiritual connection here and to nature. And it's interesting, I mean, even some of these subdivisions that are up on the hillside here, these are some of our more high-end luxury subdivisions, more of our high-end homes. In fact, there's a point right out here on Hawaii Lower Ridge where Robin Leach of Lifestyles and the Rich and Famous used to have a home. That's probably our nicest gated community, our largest gated community on Oahu. But all these ridges, you can actually go to the top of the subdivision on almost all of them, and there's hiking trails to the top of the Ko'olau Range, and you can actually look out on nice weather days. You can look down the windward coast, or you can look back towards the city. It's amazing, just this extreme natural beauty that's all around you in different ways, whether it's in the ocean or getting out into a hike. And even when you live in the urban core in Honolulu, where you think it's all hustle and bustle, within 10-15 minutes you can be out in total silence in nature, surrounded by this amazing beauty. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't stop at some point and take notice of what's going on. I did a sunset swim last night down by Kaimana Beach, right by the Queens Beach jetty, and when I came out of the water, the sun was literally halfway down. I looked around and there must have been 30-40 people stopping, filming the sunset, being in the present, taking in that moment. And that's a big part of what's, you know, captured me and kept me here in Hawaii, and why I live here is just the extreme natural beauty is so amazing. It's really enjoyable to be around and be in and immerse yourself in it. So part of the reason why I like doing what we're doing this morning, going to Makapu'u, is, you know, I get in the truck, got the music going, getting in the mood, getting in the vibe, you know, wiping the morning out of my eyes and whatnot. And we're still in the city. I mean, this is Hawaii Kai here. We're overlooking it. It's busier. We're in a little bit of traffic. And then I hit this point right up here and I come around the corner, and then it's just amazing. You can see Maui out in the distance. You can see multiple islands, Molokai, depending on the day and how clear it is. But once you turn this corner here, then it starts to set the mood for the next spot and really get the day going. Yeah, you gotta love it. You know, there's not very few people out here at this time of the day. You'll have most of the beach to yourself. You got plenty of parking. This parking lot fills up during the day. So sometimes you have to park out on the road. So it's nice to get here early, get in the water, have the place kind of all to yourself. Yeah, so there's several parts of this drive that I absolutely love. You come around the corner and by Hanama Bay, and then you just got this natural beauty. And this is another spot coming up right here where you come over the hill and then bang, you see this entire windward coast that just pops out to you. The vegetation changes. You go from this dry component where you're not really, it's a lot of rocks, it's pretty rocky, and then look at this coastline that you have. Rabbit Island out in the distance. Yeah, the second reason I love living here is because of the weather. We have such moderate temperatures, such moderate weather all year round, that you can do this outdoor activities. I can get into the ocean during the winter time, summertime, whenever. We don't have the extreme hots, we don't have the extreme colds. Most of our temperature stays in, you know, right around mid to low 70s during the winter and mid to upper 80s during the summertime, which is really nice. You know, I talk to clients on the mainland and they talk about one day it's 40 degrees, the next day it's 70. We don't have those fluctuations here. In fact, if you look at a weather app, you'll notice, you know, for a week, the temperature may vary like 1 degree per day. It's pretty amazing. Really love the weather. You realize how amazing it is here and freeing and liberating. You could do activities outdoors all year round like this. Yeah, so we're at Makapu'u this morning. This is one of my favorite spots on the entire island. And we're out here early. There's only a handful of other people, a couple surfers in the water, 2 other parties on the beach. And I love getting here before the lifeguard guys get here. That means you're getting your day going early. And the best time is when you finish up in the water before they've gotten started. That's when you know you've really started your day off good. The third reason I love living here is because of the unique culture of Hawaii. The cultural experiences are amazing. Hawaii is a cultural melting pot. It's as close to living in a foreign country without leaving the US. There's so many different cultures to learn from, and there is no one majority race, so everyone here is a minority. Also, what state can you go to in the US where it has its own language, like the Hawaiian language, and its own unique cultural practices? I particularly love the local music, and it gets me in a great mood and makes me feel at home here in the islands. I'll get in my truck in the early morning, I put it on Hawaiian 105 KINE, the Hawaiian music station, listen to some local music. I'll make the scenic drive out to a country bay for some body surfing, and then I'll drive back and my day is off to a great start. Yeah, I also love the Ohana First mentality here in the islands and how everybody kind of looks out for each other from the community and the family. You get respect here by including others and giving respect to others. That's how you earn respect here, which is a pretty powerful thing. You don't show up to someone's house without bringing something when you're invited for a get-together. You make sure you say hello to auntie and uncle. You're inclusive of everybody. This is a very humble place. The ocean will humble you significantly. We help each other out here when we're in need. And the Ohana spirit is very powerful here in the islands. So if you're open-minded to new experiences and learning from the different cultures that are here, you're gonna have a fulfilling life, you're gonna learn many new things, and you'll have an amazing time here in Hawaii. Yeah, and the last thing for me is quality of life, and all these things together just allow me to have an amazing life, amazing experience. I have to be able to work hard and play hard. I can enjoy all these things out here that are at my fingertips. So if this resonates with you and this is the type of lifestyle you want, hit the subscribe button below for more content. Visit our website at highestates.com. I'll see you on the flip side.